issue is their annual Guide to the Year Ahead. And joining us now is Time's Assistant Managing Editor, Matt Bella, who oversaw the issue. And I love who's on the cover.
Look, I
love it.
Gorgeous. What a gorgeous cover. That's
what a great story.
One of the most covers I've seen on Time magazine in some time. We're not going to talk about Merkel and the decision. We've been fighting about that beforehand. So let's talk about the year ahead.
Yeah. So, you know, Adele, obviously the biggest pop star
the coolest
in the world
thing in the world, because she's not like an Instagram, Twitter craze, social media driven, PR developed. Yeah. She just sings and then she goes to take care of her baby.
The thing about music right now, especially pop music, is a lot of it is written to track. So people come up with the beats, they come up with the hooks, and then the words are folded in to sort of make, you know, fit with the track.
Right.
And that's why you get a lot of really catchy songs on the radio that make absolutely no sense. Adele does the opposite. I mean, she sounds like the way music used to sound because she makes music the way it used to be made.
One of the things that I haven't understood sort of about the music industry for a very long time is bands like the Eagles, bands like Zeppelin, all these throwbacks to the 70s, 60s and 70s. Make millions and millions and millions of dollars still for record companies. Yeah. And it's only an artist like Adele that actually taps back into that vein.
Yeah.
That you can get people like my daughter and also get people like me.
Yeah. There's a line in the story that she's the easiest pop star to listen to with your grandparents, and there's some truth there. She really just appeals to a lot of people. The songs are simple, they're straightforward, but they have a lot of power.
Did she pose for this picture?
Yeah, and who knew Dior makes a petticoat in Time red? But
I think most people on this set.
That was not planned.
Nice.
That was.
I have one in my closet. Actually.
Yes, I'm sure you do. You know, the thing about putting this issue together is we're going to be talking about the campaign. We're going to be talking about ISIS. There's a lot of serious stuff coming in 2016. A small respite is that there's also a lot of good culture coming next year, too.
On the campaign and politics, what does Nancy Pelosi have to say about Paul Ryan?
She hedged her bets. She doesn't know him quite as well as Boehner, obviously, and you know, we'll see. His leadership style, we also have an interview with him in here, is going to be different, you know, than Boehner's. It's going to be a lot less command and control. He's going to let the conference say what it wants to say much more. I think for him, he knows that for the Republicans to win, they're going to have to offer some kind of contrast. And to do that, they need to get on the same page. And so I think getting on the same page may be more important than getting things done, especially next year.
You go to different areas for the future. We've talked music, we've talked politics. What about business?
So we have a profile of Satya Nadella, the new CEO of Microsoft, the former MS and MSNBC. Really interesting guy, very Steve Jobs-like in his approach to technology, busting down barriers, being willing to let go of the past, even if it's made you a lot of money. Very, very fascinating guy.
Any reason to believe that they can make a dent on
They're on a roll. They're on a roll. I don't know that it's so much about making a dent in Apple's momentum, so much as making, you know, taking shots that make them look a little bit more hip. And they're doing that. They have augmented reality. They have some cool tablets coming out. They have some cool laptops coming out. They've really changed their the game plan. It's not the old Microsoft.
Did anybody you speak to in the tech world, could they say with any certainty where we will be, like with smartphones and other applications, a year from now?
Well, their view is that the focus is shifting away from the particular device and more to how much you can access wherever you are. So the sort of having the tablet, having the phone, and having the access to data sort of is a given at this point, and now it's really sort of what kind of services you can deliver with that. So.
And in sports, what did the great Jerry West tell you about how basketball's changing?
It's great. The story about Curry is really interesting for someone who doesn't follow sports quite as closely as most. But the most interesting comment about him actually came from the ballerina Misty Copeland, who said watching him play is like watching someone dance. And so he told us that he's changing the game much the way Jordan changed the game, and people who are coming up growing up playing basketball are going to emulate him, and it's a very different kind of style of play.
All right. Well, Time Magazine's The Year Ahead is